Gosh, it's an ugly mess, but I've got to paint this thing, and I'm worried about painting it while it's wet or moist. So I just got to do it, and hopefully it goes okay. So I'm going to be gentle about it. Gosh, those lips are fucked up. But even though it doesn't look great, it's gonna work. I just hope this paint doesn't ruin it. Oh, looks like it'll be okay, maybe. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Wow. So far, so good. So tomorrow I have to put plaster on it. So we'll see what happens. Ooh. Is that cracking? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's still more places I gotta put on it, but it's okay. Well, we'll see tomorrow. Well, I hope this works. I used pretty much the whole thing of that box, and so I hope this works. I used the whole thing of that box. I didn't get to do a flat top like the guy showed on YouTube, but we'll see what happens. So I put the plaster mold in this box, kind of like a cradle. I got duct tape and I got all this stuff under there, like a bunch of paper, cardboard and stuff. So, you know, just trying to help it from not breaking and cracking. It's still cool, so I'm thinking it's still drying. But I'm pulling up this clay. There's the paint on one side, there's the clay. I'm hoping to salvage some of this clay. I don't know if you can reuse it or not, but we'll see. I mean, the painted side obviously probably can't use. I don't know if you can all, you know, mix it all back together or what. But maybe I'll just skim the top part off, because I'm a cheap bastard. I like to reuse stuff. So, yeah, I gotta take this out. We'll see what happens. Well, there's his big old nose. Well, there it is, pretty much fully clean. Right here on the chin, I don't know if I showed you, but I didn't do a very flat surface on the chin, so it actually adhered to it. So that part's fucked up. Some parts over here, I didn't get a real smooth surface. It stuck to it. But for the most part, this thing is okay, and we're just going to use it as is. If it really doesn't look good, we'll make a new model, do it all over again basically, which would suck. But I think we'll be able to do it with this, and everything will be okay. I mean, I'll be able to get a mask, but if the mask looks weird, then I'll have to do something else. And here's the clay I pulled out of there. I should be able to still skim a bunch of that off, or maybe, who knows, maybe I'll just put it all together, like mix it with the paint that's on it. Should be okay, I think. And then this is what I was able to get off just randomly without the paint. But I wanted to get it all out of there before I really messed around too much with it. So I think for someone that's never really sculpted anything, never molded, and definitely never made a mask, I think I did okay so far. But we'll have to keep going and see, will I be able to get my mask done, or won't I? I have to fill this with liquid latex, and I don't have enough to just fill the whole thing up or put a bunch in there like the guy said to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a good amount in there, and I'll slosh it around, and we'll see how that works. Hopefully I can get 2 mask out of this because I really want to get 2 masks. I want to make it worth it before something happens to this. And not only that, but I hear you can use poly foam, and that will, you can fill this with poly foam after there's latex in there. I believe that's how it works. And then the poly foam gives you a new mold, so then you can just kind of keep repeating the process. But my mold's starting to get destroyed, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to make another mold, have to re-sculpt, re-plaster. Oh man, we're like a week into trying to make masks. These are my first tries, you know, so I don't know, I might melt this all back down because this is just hot glue, so at least I can remelt it. But oh my gosh, what a mess this is. I hate this. Oh my god, it looks so ridiculous. But it's my first try. Oh buddy, yay, it's my first try. Oop. So I've got the mask basically going, the box thing and all everything for Max Headroom. Seems like we're doing pretty good. I was doing some research. There's some YouTubers. I watched a couple big time YouTubers videos on Max Headroom incident, and turns out I actually must have glossed over or didn't see some information on Reddit when I went over it. So when I saw these videos, I really was surprised by some new information that I was given, and so that will fit pretty good in the situation. I've got a bunch of like 80s style props. I mean, I've got a shirt. I got my Repo Man shirt. I got my vest, my punk vest. It's kind of has that 80s style. I'm thinking I could bleach my hair and maybe do something a little on the punk aesthetic or whatever. And I'm gonna probably, there's a couple of theories who did the Max Headroom incident, so I'm gonna actually kind of blend maybe a couple of different theories, just for cinematic purposes, you know. So the character is gonna be in that style. You know, the person who is the one behind the mask of the Max Headroom incident. And, you know, apparently one of the people is, one of the interesting facts was his house was, part of it was like, or his apartment, I should say, was full of like computer equipment. And not only that, but he lived down the road from Peter Piper, one of those old school style Peter Pipers. And I actually remember not all that long ago that there was an old school Peter Piper in Kemmer. Looked it up on Maps. Maps has a 10-year-old view. It's 10 years old, this view of this Peter Piper. So I don't know if they still have it like that. And you know, I got on there and I asked. I might even call there and just be kind of nice and see if some of the employees maybe could answer that question to see if it looks like the old Peter Piper. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Peter Piper. Pizza Hut. Oh my god. So yeah, Pizza Hut. They live down the road from Pizza Hut. You know, it has that weird looking shape on its roof. It has like red roof and it's a weird shape. It's almost like I don't know, was it like a cowboy hat or something? I don't know. Looks weird though. And so I found one in Kemmer, that's Wyoming. I guess we could possibly go that way and get some footage from there. It's a bit out of the way. We want to go up north. I want to do a certain amount of scenes. We have this house up in North Dakota. I could film there, and that'd be a good place where we can, there's a lot of room to film. You know what I'm saying? So we could do it there, and it would be not in a trailer. It's not supposed to be in a trailer, so we can do some scenes in a different part of this house or in another house or whatever. But we can up north. It'd be nice because it just kind of fits, the aesthetic, the rhyme scheme, all that stuff. There's trees, a little bit of wooded area, all that stuff. So it's not a desert area. This is supposed to be set in a suburb of Chicago. Okay, so and then like I said, I got all my props. I got this old 80s truck. I got a bunch of different, I got like a tape recorder from the 80s. I got one from the 70s too. Probably used the 70s one because, back in the day, you used stuff that was older usually. You know what I'm saying? You didn't always have the newest technology. So we got this old metal ass again toaster got from Goodwill. We've got this nice vintage mixer. Got free from Facebook, I think it was. And I found a place in, what was it? Tucson. There's like a place where there's some satellites and it looks like, not satellites, antennas, I'm sorry. There's antennas and it looks pretty similar to where I think the incident around the houses where the incident happened, in my theory, because of where the antennas and the receivers and stuff are set up for these certain stations. I think I kind of have an idea of where it's at, but who knows. But that place looks real similar to this place in Tucson, so I could film in Tucson. While I'm doing my Lochner film, I get some footage for this Max Headroom film, so we're good on that. I think there was a third movie I need to film down there too, some footage for. So anyways, so Tucson, and then, let's see, I want to do possibly Wyoming, and then possibly North Dakota. So it might take footage from a few different states to do this. We'll have to see what we can do. But so far, we're on the go to get this movie made. I'm pretty sure Lochner will come out this year. Max Headroom come out next year, because I want to give a good amount of time to be able to do the Lochner film. I mean the Max Headroom film. Lochner film, I can shoot really quick, and I've got already like a certain amount of footage already done. I've been ready to film that, so it's good to go. This other one, I still need to take some time. I want to get it all right, and yeah, we'll see what happens.